Welcome to Gone Exploring. I like to do a lot of DIY projects, and this is like the next one that I'm taking on. And to redo the bedroom, paint the walls, take down this popcorn ceiling, rip up the carpeting and put down wood floors. Every time before I start, I'm going to do a little panning to check my progress. Redoing this bedroom, got it all emptied out, except for that dresser that weighs 5 million pounds, along with that mirror that weighs 5 million pounds. But I've prepped the room pretty much. I took all the hardware down. It's December 26, 2019, and it's time for me to get serious, because I have company coming in the spring. And the first part I'm going to do is take down the popcorn ceiling, which is gross and disgusting. So I'll be happy to start doing that. So here we are, moving along with the bedroom reno, and got most of the ceiling done. It's taking longer than it used to, because it's a lot harder to climb up and down the ladder than it used to be. My scraping arm hurts, but we're getting there. Got all the got everything off the walls, all the coverings off the outlets. Closets are covered. We're getting there. Thus, I'm only allowed to climb ladders on weekends when I'm supervised because of my advanced age. Here I am trying to climb up the ladder. Ugh. Ladder alone takes like that. There you go, first nice spray. And I scrape. Now I have the ceiling completely stripped of that stupid popcorn crap. One of the things I hate the most about it is you always wind up having like things hanging from it, like cobwebs and stuff, and it's like, where does that come from? For my next step, I sharpened these on my sharpening stone, and what I'm going to do is start going around the edges, because for some reason the tape around the edges gets messed up the worst, fastest. So I'm going to take off the old tape, put on new tape, and patch up any places that don't look good on the ceiling. So on YouTube videos, they said to cut along the edges of the tape with an X-Acto and then scrape off the old tape. Well, that didn't seem to work, so I sprayed it down, and that seems to make it come right off. Watch this. So what I did was I just cut the corner, like where the ceiling meets the wall, with the X-Acto, and then I sprayed it, and the tape comes right off. Okay, not an X-Acto, a box cutter. Well, I got all the tape off from around the edges. As you can see, tape remnants all over the floor. So today what I'm going to start doing is retaping the edges. I'm going to get the whole room done, except for this side, which I'm going to leave for last because that is a 500-ton dresser and a 500-ton mirror. So we're going to leave those there for now, get the rest of the room ready, and then start on this wall over here. But before that, there's still a lot to do. Got to finish taping that. I got to take off the border over here. And then I'm going to have to wash the walls. And we'll be ready for primer. Back to documenting again. I have all the taping done around the edges. Now I've started the sanding, which is going to take forever, and my arms feel like they're going to fall off. But I figured this is the worst the room is going to look, and it's only going to look better from here. Because right now it kind of looks like birds pooped all over the place. So once we're done with the sanding, we'll be washing the poop off the walls, and we'll be ready to do some priming and painting. Yay! So here's a progress update. I have all around the edges done and sanded. They're all ready to go. This corner over here, for some reason, tried to kill me. It was just bad angles, I guess, because it pretty much really hurt to do this corner. Then I had some good days where I was climbing up and down this 8-foot ladder like a spider monkey, and the next day not so much, more like a sloth. So we got the 5 million pound dresser and mirror moved to over here. So now I'm going to start working on this wall over here. And then we'll be ready for prepping and painting and all that. Can't wait. Also got most of the border off. No border, no border, no border, no border. No border. Border where the dresser was, and that's coming off soon. Well, I'm very happy to say that I'm done taping the edges and sanding the edges of the ceiling between this ladder and that angle. I swear this room was trying to kill me. So I got the border down all the way around. I wiped down the ceiling, and today we're going to start priming the ceiling. Woohoo! Well, finished priming the ceiling. That was something else that tried to kill me. My neck may never be the same. I got the whole room primed now. Ceiling, walls, curtain rods, trim. I wasn't going to do the trim and the doors, but the more I painted, the dingier they looked. So I primed them, got some high gloss paint that I'm going to do all the trim with. And that's where we're at now. Well, the walls and the ceiling are finally done. All done painting. I made so much progress I could get rid of big giant ladder. There was a little bit of going back and forth, touching up the blue, touching up the white, touching up the blue, touching up the white, but we're all done now. Yay! So here's our progress. We have all the windows painted, window casings, and the closet doors, and I bought the toe guards and the chair railings, but those miraculously have not put themselves up yet. Put the outlet covers back on. Put the fan blades back on and clean the fan. And one thing I discovered, if you're going to be painting enamel like this, don't get latex. It's not worth the time and effort. I just kept getting streaks, and I kept going over and over the same area. I got Rust-Oleum. It's oil-based. It smells bad, but it works a lot better. So you deal with the smell and you get a much better coating. So now we're going to, now I'm going to start ripping up the carpet. And then while the carpet's ripped up, I'm going to go start painting these pieces, and hopefully we'll have the chair rails up in the next video. And the flooring has been delayed by like 3 more weeks, so not much I can do but keep busy, and well, it wouldn't matter anyway. Still have to still would have to pull up the carpeting. All the carpeting is pulled up except for underneath the 500-pound dresser. But once that moves, that'll be gone. And then there's this bucket of torture devices. Wouldn't want to land face first in that, that's for sure. Well, I got the curtain rods up. Put the mirror up. Put the chair railing up. Very excited about the chair railing. I'm really happy about how that turned out. And also, I graded the parts on the floor in between the floorboards, because some of them were just a little bit higher. Some of them were just a little bit higher than the piece next to it. I got this really bad squeak out of the floor. Very happy about that also. Happy, happy, happy. And what I used to grate the floor was this thing. It has like a grating thing on the bottom of it. I could also use it to zest lemons or grate cheese if I needed to. But worked out really well. Handy dandy tool. I like this. So I patched where the floorboards met, and I used this stuff. Flexible floor patch and leveler, because it was just a little bit off. It wasn't far off at all. It was like, well, anyway. So I patched all that. So we're pretty much ready to put down our floor. But first, I'm going to trim the shoe molding to size and give it another coat of paint. I'm going to trim it to size, mark it so I know which piece goes where, and paint it
And then I'm going to be ready to put down the floor, I hope.
Well, the floor is all done completely. In the closets, I did my little toe molding or shoe molding. For some reason I started calling it toe jam. It just rolls off the tongue, what can I say? So that's all done. I got my little door saddles in. And the 2-ton dresser has been put in place. And now it's all the finishing touches. Oh boy. I did the floor all by myself. And I'm pretty happy the way it came out. There's a lot of cursing involved at first. Getting it started, I had a really hard time, and I kept watching all the videos over and over and over. What was I doing wrong? I would start at one end, place my wood, lock it in. It's a lock type of system, floating floor. And by the time I got to the other end, this end would have popped out. So I just constantly kept doing it over and over and over again. Like I said, a lot of cursing. But eventually, got it all done. Yay! Also got these cute little vents instead of the ugly old ones we had before. Well, finally all done. Here's the reveal. Ah. I started with the ceiling, took down the popcorn, plastered, painted the walls, put up a chair rail, put in a floor after I ripped up the carpeting, did this little toe thing molding, toe molding, yeah, that's it. And to go with the Disney theme, I have little baubles that I put on knobs, on the ends of the curtain rods. And that's what I did this summer. Actually, it wasn't longer than that, but we won't speak of that. But all done. Yay! And on to my next project, whatever that might be. Thanks for watching. Do you approve?